We were in the midst of a revolution of ideas. Mainstream television was one of the last things to jump, and the person to force it over that hill was Norman.
He's the most influential producer in the history of television. To be able to talk about real life, that stuff didn't happen in sitcoms.
His whole life was about seeking the truth, seeking what is real. That was the reason The Truth was such an important painting for both of us. When I look at our collection as a whole, I see light, truth, beauty, and goodness.
I gravitate to subjects that matter, the things that people talk about, and I think America has responded.
My heart is always in Giverny. I am certain of never finding a better situation or more beautiful countryside.
In the summer of 1888, Monet journeyed a mile south of his home in Giverny to Limès-Villers, finding a wealth of inspiration in the countryside. These light-filled months spent painting proved to be a transitional moment in his impressionist journey. Moulin de Limès is one of two paintings of the mill at Limès. Its focus, the tree's foliage, so expansive it casts a shadow over the mill and sparkling reflections on the water. The air dances with the light and colors on its surface, captured with luminous tones and impasto.
Color is my day-long obsession, joy, and torment.
Soon after Moulin de Limès, Monet's eye was caught by the late summer harvest and the dome-like forms of grain that appeared in the fields. These seemingly mundane objects would inspire Les Meules à Giverny, and later the ascendant poplar trees in Limès, which lined the Epte River, would incite Les Peupliers, both regarded today as some of Monet's most iconic series. These subsequent works paved the way for many of the artistic discoveries that took place in the 20th century, and Moulin de Limès can be seen as a precursor to the themes that would dominate the rest of his life's work. Monet emerged as a luminary in America, and in 1936, Moulin de Limès traveled across the Atlantic, bought at auction by Impressionist dealer Paul Durand-Ruel. As we celebrate the 150th anniversary of Impressionism, Monet's legacy continues to inspire artists today.
I am still an impressionist and will always remain one.
I think most of my work is involved with a kind of ambiguous statement. This idea of neutrality has been very important to me. I hesitate to take any one position.
I had this tremendous impression of flags, white flags, red, white, and blue flags, targets, numbers, what have you. And it was one of the great impressions of my life.
There was the possibility of making something which didn't have to filter through judgments, that one could set out to do something and do it. Paintings of numbers gave me the same opportunity to feel removed from the work, neutral toward it, involved in the making, but not involved in the judging of it.
Lights. Stage. Satire. Cabaret traditions date back centuries. Performance ensembles regaled small crowds with music and dance over food and drink. But conventional routines evolved into amusing political and cultural commentary by virtue of virtuosos like Fritz Grunbaum, a cabaret pioneer who transformed the art of mainstream theater. In 1906, Grunbaum set his sights on Vienna. His wit and wordplay landed him the role of master of ceremonies for a cabaret called Die Hölle. The show was tucked away in the basement of the famed Theater an der Wien, and the subterranean stage aligned perfectly with his underground art. The review seized the attention of theater directors in Vienna and the bustling city of Berlin, and his star continued to rise on both stage and screen. Grunbaum contributed to over 10 films, but his investment in the arts extended beyond performance. During this time, Grunbaum acquired a robust collection of Austrian modernist art, including over 80 works by Egon Schiele. Schiele's study of the human figure was a radical departure from artistic tradition, much like Grunbaum's own daring brand of theatrical provocation.
As unit after unit of Hitler's mechanized army rolls on into Vienna, sharply recalls a book written 14 years ago.
Following the Nazi seizure of power across Central Europe, his bold criticism earned him a different kind of stage. He became a target of the German Reich. Before his death in 1941 at a Nazi concentration camp, Grunbaum, gravely ill, delivered his final performance for the prisoners at Dachau to spread a little happiness. Courageous cheer, the core of Fritz Grunbaum's legacy. In 2005, 64 years after his death, a group of cabaret celebrities awarded him a star on the Cabaret Walk of Fame, a distinction reserved for only the most powerful players in theater.
Everything that he did seemed to flow naturally. Color moved in and it began to stay. He began to be able to use colors and get the same weight as his blacks.
It had none of the gentle feelings that lots of people associate with art. His brushstroke was very broad. It took a special experienced eye, really, to get the point.
The velocity, the speed with which a stroke was put down was very important. There was a kind of solidity, a kind of weight to the forms.
He never liked to clarify. He tried to keep it underneath, like catch the illusion of it rather than the specifics.
It had a kind of force. It was as though nothing went wrong.
Mystery, enigma, silence. Les Eaux Profondes plunges the viewer into Magritte's world of poetic surrealism. Familiar yet strange, intimate yet disquieting. Painted in 1941, this exceptional work derives from one of the most intriguing periods in Magritte's career. The artist's creativity arose from beneath the shadow of personal upheavals. Having returned to France, Magritte resumed painting, exploring aspects of mysterious new dimensions from which his images emerged. Perfectly still, a mannequin-like female figure stands. Soft, youthful features of her serene visage are captured, suspended in time. Eyes cast downwards, avoiding the gaze of the enormous bird of prey beside her. Its looming proximity is undeniable, focused upon her presence, quiet and stable, with the potential to explode at any moment. Formerly owned by Shirley and Frank Rosencraft, close friends of the legendary Houston collectors Dominique and John Domeno, Les Eaux Profondes exemplifies their avant-garde taste. Translating to deep waters, Les Eaux Profondes conjures a vision of what resides beneath the visible surface of reality, evoking the unconscious realm of the mind.
Warning. The program you are about to see is All in the Family. It seeks to throw a humorous spotlight on our frailties, prejudices, and concerns.
If you've accomplished half of what Norman has accomplished in as many years, you have lived an incredibly full life.
He's the most influential producer in the history of television.
He provided us with a lot of life lessons.
My name is Norman Lear.
Is that right, Norman?
Norman Lear. Ladies and gentlemen, Norman Lear.
We were all serious people. Comedy was our business, but there was something on our mind.
He changed the face of television and had really opened up the world to see things in a different light.
3. Television can be broken into 2 parts, before Norman and after Norman.
No.
You know, you snuck in the vegetables. We were learning too, but we didn't even know we were learning.
James, I don't want to walk ahead of you, but I don't want to walk behind you either.
These shows are even more relevant now than they were. People forget that they were controversial.
How long you known me? 10, 12 years? Yeah. In all that time, did I ever mention a woman?
Well, what difference does that make? You're a bachelor.
Is interested in people and life, not just in telling stories, but interested in humankind.
You bought most of this art in the 70s. I was fascinated by the collection.
You know, I collected out of falling in love with something. And I fell in love with it because it made me feel good. I enjoyed what I was looking at.
The Truth painting by Ed Ruscha was Norman's favorite and was the most profound in the collection. It was so striking and bold and powerful. He's a truth seeker. And Ruscha was a friend. And so that piece always had a special place in both of our hearts. Well, we had the Hockney hung in the hallway, so it's the first thing you saw when you walked in through the door. Brings back those memories of being a child and running through the sprinkler. Rauschenberg was such a great presentation of the 60s, actually. Pieces of newspaper, photos from magazines, and various pieces of history.
You know, 3 minutes after you met Robert Rauschenberg, you were in love with him, so.
It was amazing to watch him work in his studio. It was just lovely getting to know the actual person behind the art. When I look at our collection, I see light, truth, beauty, and goodness. Everything that he's done, whether it was from the television side or the political side, was about the search for truth. Norman was very patriotic. It's astonishing how many speeches he made about his beloved America.
Every path he chose was underpinned by patriotism and service to the United States of America. That was his North Star.
He actually put film and went out to make a movement and named it People for the American Way. This is the American way, is to be tolerant and care about one another. Those were all very important to Norman. Whenever he would say goodbye to somebody, he would say, "To be continued." So now, you know, with this art going up for auction, that's a perfect phrase.
I remember someone saying to me, "Why do you make your flowers so large?" When you take a flower in your hand and really look at it, it's your world for the moment. I want to give that world to someone else. Most people in the city rush around, so they have no time to look at a flower. I want them to see it, whether they want to or not.
I was interested in what was around me.
In the vast tapestry of the post-war canon, Robert Rauschenberg's Combines are among the most radical and influential works of art. Brazenly merging painting and sculpture, Hawk, from 1960, represents a revolutionary departure from illusionistic traditions. Infusing objects from life within the canvas, Rauschenberg captures in physical form the immediacy and energy of post-war New York. Hailed by Jasper Johns as the man who in this century had invented the most since Picasso, Rauschenberg debuted his Combines in 1960 at a seminal show at the Leo Castelli Gallery in New York, where Hawk took center stage. 6 out of the 7 works exhibited there are now all housed in major museums, with Hawk as one of the last from the entire series to remain in private hands. Emerging from the apex of abstract expressionism, Rauschenberg's Combines established a radical approach to painting that broke away from the emotional, painterly gestures of his predecessors, paving the way for an entirely new chapter of visual expression.
You begin with the possibilities of the material, and then you let them do what they can do. I mean, the hierarchy of materials is completely broken down.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Christie's for the 20th Century Evening Sale. I'm Adrian Meyer, and we're delighted to have you with us here at Rockefeller Center and joining us on Christie's Live and online from over 130 countries across the world. This evening's auction, which was put together by two co-sale heads, Emily Kaplan and Imogen Kerr, with their respective teams, will include property from the Newman Family Collection, the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art, the collection of Norman and Lynn Lear, the collection of Fritz and Lucy Jewett, the collection of Mary and John Papajohn, the collection of Noel Thomas Patton, and finally the Shirley Ann and Franz Wollstonecraft collection. Before we begin, please remember that the purchase price payable is the sum of the final bid plus the buyer's premium and all applicable sales or use taxes. Bidders should note that the auctioneer may open the bidding on any lot below the reserve by placing a bid on behalf of the seller. I, as the auctioneer, may continue to bid on behalf of the seller up to the amount of the reserve, either by placing consecutive bids or by placing bids in response to other bidders. As noted in the sale catalogue, Christie's has a direct financial interest in lot 27, and in addition, each of lots 4, 8, 10, 12, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 25, 29, 30, 31, 32, 35, 36, 39, 42, 45, 50, 56, 58, and 59, and 60 has a guarantee fully or partially financed by a third party who may, it's a good sign, who may be bidding on the lot and may receive a financing fee from Christie's. Finally, only lots 5, 41, and 52 have been withdrawn. For more information and full details of buyer's premium rates, conditions of sale, and all catalog symbols, please see the sale on Christie's.com. And with that, we should begin right away with lot number 1, ladies and gentlemen, the superb Picasso of Dohamar coming from the esteemed collection of the Newman family, shown here, 1938, beautiful ink on paper. And we should start here at 850,000, 950,000, at 950,000, at 1 million with Sarah Tamer, at 1,100,000 with you in the room, at 1,000,001, it is here with you in the room against you, Sarah, at 1,000,001 with the lady here in the room, at 1,100,000 against all the telephones, at 1,100,000, I can sell it for 1,000,001, 1,000,002 with you, welcome madam, at 1,000,002, would you like 1,300,000, at 1,200,000, it is with you now, at 1,200,000, against you here, against you, Sarah, against you, Giovanna, at 1,200,000. I'm going to sell it. Fair warning for the Dohamar at 1,200,000. Last chance to the rest of the room and the telephones at 1,200,000. Fair warning online at $1,200,000. Sold to paddle 3. Was it 387 or 307? That was very quick. 387. Lot 2, an ami empressé, the Max Ernst Bronze, shown on the screen, cast in 57, other versions of which are at MoMA and at the Met. And let's start here at 300,020, at 320,000, at $320,000, at 320,000, at 320, at 350,000, 380,000, at 380, at $380,000. 400,000 somewhere here. Welcome, sir. With you, sir. At 400,000 with the gentleman in the room. At 400,000. It is with you for now. At 400,000, 420,000 with Daphne Rioux, head of the design department. Would you like 450, sir? Yes? One more? Yes? At 420, it's against you with the telephone. Would you like 450? At 420,000. It is here with Daphne. One more? Would you like 450? It's on the telephone, against you now, 450,000. It's back in the room, Daphne, at 450. Would you like 480? 480,000. Would you like 500? 500,000. Would you like 550, Daphne? At 500,000. It's still with the gentleman in the aisle, 550,000. Would you like 600? At 550. Are we sure? At 550,000, we try 580 perhaps, at 550,000. Going otherwise, to Daphne's telephone, no regrets, at $550,000, are we sure? At 580,000. At 580, with the gentleman, Daphne, what should we do? At 580, it is here in the room, 600,000. At 600,000. Thank you for your bids. And going back to you, Daphne, for $600,000 and selling at 600,000 with Daphne's telephone against you here at $600,000 for the Max Ernst at 600 to pal 2312. On to lot 3, the Cartez, Satiric Dancer 1926, one of only 3 known versions for this beautiful vintage print. And we should start here at 320,000, 350, 380, at 380,000 now, at $380,000, at 400,000. Welcome, madam. Way in the back at 400,000. It is with you for now. At 420,000. Would you like 450? At 450,000. At 450. It is still with you, madam. At 450 against all the phones. At 450,000. Still with you, madam, in the room. And selling for $450,000. Fair warning on the phones. At 450. For you then. At 450. Sold 450 to paddle 443. The Frankenthaler, lot number 4. Alberta. A large-scale paint from 1975. And let's start here at $2,400,000, $6,000,000, $2,800,000, $3 million, at $3 million, at $3,200,000 with John Simkovic, the head of private sales here in New York, at $3,200,000. It is with you for now, and I can sell it at $3,200,000 with Joanna, ahead of you in the room, at $3,200,000, at 3,200,000. For the Frankenthaler, $3,500,000. Welcome, Kapira. At $3,500,000 for the chairman of Christie's Texas here, at $3,500,000 with Kapira Ryan. At $3,500,000, so again to Joanna. At $3,500,000. No, you sure? It is with you now, Kapira, and I'm going to sell it for $3,500,000, ahead of you in the room, at $3,500,000 to Kapira's telephone. Sold 3,500,000 to paddle 2300. The O'Keeffe Lot 6, Red Poppy, included in the famous Guggenheim Touring exhibition, and which Stiglitz called a wild picture, and in fact the largest one left in private hands with this motive. And we should start here at $8 million, $8,500,000, $9 million, at $9 million, $9,500,000, at $9,800,000 with Catherine Arnold, of course, at $9,800,000 with Catherine Arnold, the head of the London department here. $10 million, welcome, at $10 million with Paige now, at $10 million. At $10 million now with Paige here from the American Paintings Department. Would you like 11, Catherine? $10,200,000 at $10,200,000. At $10,200,000, back with Catherine's telephone. $10,500,000. At $10,500,000. At $10,700,000. $11 million. $11,200,000. $11,500,000. At $11,700,000. $12 million. At $12 million with Paige. $12,200,000. $12,500,000. $12,700,000. $13 million. Catherine, at $13 million with Paige's telephone. $200,000. $500,000. At 13.5, it is with you, page. And 7. $14 million. At 14 million, it is with you, page, Fairwood and Catherine, and selling for $14 million. O'Keefe's Puppy, selling to you, page, for $14 million to PAL 2306. Congratulations to you. On to lot 7, beautiful shell by Edward Weston for this vintage print. And let's start here at 550, 650, at $650,000, at 650, at 650,000 now, at $650,000 for the Western, at 650, at $650,000, 700,000, and 50, at 750. One more, at 750 now. At 750,000. At 750. Fair warning on the phones. At 800,000. It's ahead of you, but I'll take 850 if you want. I have 800,000 now with Darius Himes, chairman of the photography department. Would you like 850? 820 at 820. Would you like 850, Darius? At 820 now with the lady in the room. At 820, 850,000. One more. Would you like 880? No, at 850, we're sure? At 850,000. Going back to Darius's telephone, no regrets, for $850,000. Sold to you, 850 to PAL 2400. Lot 8, the Monet, coming from the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art and the heirs of the Ethel Atha, sold in part to benefit the museum's future acquisitions, shown here on your right, the other version of which is at the Barberini Museum in Potsdam. And please note that this painting has been requested by the Museum d'Arte de Sao Paulo, Chateaubriand, for a forthcoming exhibition. Seems like a nightclub atmosphere. And we should start here at $13 million, $14 million, $15 million now, at $15 million, $16 million with you, with Imogen Kerr, of course, at $16 million, at $17 million, at $17 million now, $18 million, at $18 million back with Imo, at $18 million with Imogen Kerr against all of you here, at $18 million here with the first telephone, ahead of you in the room, at $18 million. It is here at $18 million with Imogen Kerr. At $18 million, against you in the room, ahead of you online, at $18 million for the Monet, and against the phones here. $18,500,000 with Giovanna Patazzoni, the chairman of the department here, at $18,500,000. At $18,500,000 with the new telephone with Giovanna, Imo. At $18,500,000. Still with you, Giovanna, at $18,500,000, and against you, Imo. At $18,500,000. It is with you still, against you, Imo, and against all the telephones here, for $18,500,000. I'm going to sell it at $18,500,000. Last chance in the room at $18,500,000. It is for you then, and selling to Giovanna's telephone for $18,500,000. Sold to you, Joe, to PAL 2349. I Love Liberty, lot number 9, the Liechtenstein, first lot from the collection of Norman and Lynn Lear, which is the original study for the famous screen print. Beautiful work of printed paper collage and graphite paperboard. And let's start here at $400,050, at $450,000, $500,000 with Joanna Flam, of course, the vice chairman here of the department, $550,000 with Alex Marshall, $600,000 now, at $650,000 with Sonia Roth, at $650 now, against both of you, at $650,000 with the third telephone, $700,000 now, at $700,000, at $700,000, and $50 with Sian Chatko, hi Sian, at $750 now, against the four of you, at $750, $800,000, $950, at $900,000 now, at $900 with Sian, and 50 with Sonia at 950. At 950 with Sonia Rott, at 950 against the three of you. At 950, it is with you. At 950 ahead of you in the room. 1 million, welcome Mahia, at $1 million. With Mahia Los now, the fifth telephone at 1 million. At 1 million. At $1 million. With Mahia Los, against the four of you. At $1 million. At 1 million. It is with you then, Mahia. Against you, David, Connor, and Sian at $1 million. I'm going to sell it at $1 million. Fair warning, 1,100,000. Back with Giovanna now in a new place at 1,100,000. 1,200,000. At 1.2. Would you like 1.3, Giovanna? At 1,200,000. Back with Mahia's telephone. 1,300,000. 1,400,000. At 1,500,000. 1,600,000. At 1,600,000 with Mahielos. 1,700,000. And 50. $1,800,000. And 50. $1,900,000. At $1,900,000. It is back with you, Giovanna. Thank you, Mahia. And selling fair warning Xian for $1,900,000 to Giovanna's telephone at $1,900,000. Sold to paddle 2356. On to lot number 10. Lot number 10, the Hockney masterpiece from the Lear collection shown on the screen behind me, alone being sprinkled, 1967, a seminal example from the California Dreams paintings, vastly exhibited in Hockney's retrospective at the Tate, the Pompidou Center, at the Met, and for the first time at auction today. And we should start here at $18 million, 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 $19 million, with Catherine Arnold at $19 million, at $19 million, with Catherine Arnold now at $19 million, $20 million now, at 21 million, at 21 million, it's back with Catherine now, at $21 million, with Catherine Arnold, against you here and against you in the room, at $21 million, it is still here with you at 21 million, 22 million, 23 million now, at 23 million, one more, at $23 million now, at $23 million, still with you, Catherine, at 24 million, at 24 million now, 500,000, of course, at 24,500,000 now, at 24,500,000, at 24,500,000. It is still with you, Catherine, ahead of you here, at 24,500,000. Are we sure? At 24,500,000, and it's against all the telephones here, and selling to Catherine's telephone for $24,500,000 for the Hockney, to Catherine's telephone ahead of you in the room. Last chance at $24,500,000. Fair warning online at $24,500,000 and selling the Hockney to Catherine's telephone. Last chance here, and it is going to you. Congratulations, paddle 1719. Thank you, Catherine. On to lot 11, the Kelly. Blue Pale Grey, 1960. And we should start at 1,200,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at 1,700,000 already, at 1,700,000, at 1,700,000 now for the Kelly, at 1,700,000 against all the telephones here, at 1,700,000. At 1,700,000, it's against the phones. at 1,000,007. No? At 1,000,007 for the Kelly. Fair warning, at 1,000,007. Ahead of you in the room at 1,700,000. Sonia, it's against you. Mariolina, against you. At 1,700,000. Are we all through? At 1,000,007. At 1,000,007. Anna Maria, anytime. At 1,000,007. At 1,000,007. Sure. At 1,000,007. If it's a little bit. You see any interest at 1,700,000? No? At 1,000,007 for the Kelly. At 1,000,007. And 50. At 1,750,000. It is for you then. Against you, Alex. At 1,750,000. For you now. At 1,800,000. At 1,800,000. At 1,800,000. One more. At 1,800,000. At 1,800,000 for the Kelly. At 1,800,000. We can try 150, 850 otherwise. To hurry you, at 1,850,000. At 1,800,000 and 50, with you, madam, at 1,850,000. It is here in the room, against you in the back, for $1,850,000. Going here to you at 1,850,000. Last chance to the rest of the room at 1,850,000. It is for you, madam. Paddle 387. On to lot number 12, the Ed Ruscha Truth, beautiful work from 1973. 1973, and we shall start here at $5 million, $5,500,000, at $6 million with Max Carter here, the Vice Chairman of the department, at $6 million. At $6 million in the first place here with Max, at $6 million. It is here with you for now at $6 million against several telephones. At $6,500,000, $7 million. At $7 million, back with you straight away. At $7 million, at 7. Still with Max Carter's telephone, at $7 million, against you, Barrett and Joanna, for $7 million. It is still with you, ahead of you in the room. $7,500,000 in a new place with Alex Trotter now. $8 million with Safrid Lander now. At $8 million. In a new place here, the third telephone, at $8 million. At $8 million. Against you, Mr. Marshall, at $8 million, and Joanna. At $8 million. 500,000. Welcome back, Mahia, at 8,500,000 in a new place on the fourth telephone now at 8,500,000. At 8,500,000 against the three of you with Maria Ellis's telephone and ahead of you in the room at 8,500,000. 9 million. 500,000. At 9,500,000. It's still with you, Mahia. At 9,500,000, Alex, what should we do? At 9,500,000, one more. At 9,500,000. Still with you, Mahia. Alex, at 9,500,000. It is still with you, Mahia. It usually works. At 9,500,000, Alex. Same. 10 million. $500,000. At 10,500,000. No? At 10,500,000. With you, Maria. It's against you in the room. At 10,500,000. 11 million. 500,000. at 11.5. It's back here, Maya, with you, against you, Alex, at 11.5. Alex, what should we do? Going to have to sell it at some point, at some point, really. At 11.5, it is still with you, Maya. A few more lots to go. At 11.5, Alex, stay with me. 12 million. 500,000. I think Maya deserves brownie points, don't you think? I mean, seriously. 12 million 5 with Maya against you, Alex, at 12 million 500,000. At 12 million 5, it is still with you, Maya. Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Maya, at 12 million 5. 2364. Lot 13, the Cornell Medici prints shown here, 1952, and we start here at 400,000, 420, 450, 480,000 now, at 480 for the Cornell, at 480,000 ahead of you online, at 480, at 480,000 now, at 480. It's against you here at $480,000. Any advance of $480,000 for the Cornell at 480, at $480,000 at 480 is a pass at 480. On to lot 14, the de Kooning from 1969. And let's start here at 2,000,008, 3,000,000, 3,200,000, at 3,200,000 now, at 3,000,002, at 3,200,000, at 3,002, 3,005, yes, at 3,005, yes, why not? At 3,005, 3,008, at 3,008, with David Clive does one, against you here, and against you, madam, at 3,008 now. It is with you for now, at 3,008, with David, at 3,900,000 in a new place now, at 3,009,000. At 3,009,000 with Kapira Ryan at 3,900,000 against you, madam. At 3,009,000, it's still time. 4 million. Back with you, David. At 4 million, would like 4.2 Kapira. At $4 million with you, David. At $4 million with David. One more, Kapira. 4,200,000. At 4,200,000, would you like to come in? It's already 4.2, but I can take 4.5. At 4,200,000, 4,500,000. Back with David. At 4.5 now. Would you like 4.8, Emily? At 4,500,000. 4,800,000. Back with Kapira, it is with you at 4.8. Are you happy? At 4,008,000 with Kapira, against you, David, and you, Emily. At 4,008,000, and you, madam, at 4,800,000. Are you coming back? At 5 million in new place with Emily Kaplan, the co-head of sale here, at 5 million against both of you. At $5 million now. At 5,200,000. 5,300,000. At 5.3, would you like 5.5, David? At 5.4, let's try and stay in twos, ideally. At 5,004,000, would you like 5.6, Kapira? At 5,004,000, at 5,400,000, with you, David. I'll try 5.6, exceptionally. At 5,400,000, with you, David. And 5,600,000. Would you like 5.8, David? At 5,600,000 now. At 5.6 with Kapira Ryan, chairman of Texas here, at 5,600,000. And it's against you as well. Emily, at 5.6. Next would be 5.8 from either of you, at 5,600,000. Coming back. 5,800,000. Against both of you now, at 5,008,000. One more at 5,800,000. It is still with you against both of you. Next is 6 million. Selling here otherwise for $5,800,000. 6 million at 6 billion. Back with David now at $6 billion. Against you, Kapira and Emily and you, madam, at 6 million. Would like 6.2, either of you, at $6 million. Still with you, David. At 6 million. One more, Emily, or Kapira. 6,200,000. Try 6.5, ideally, at 6,200,000 for the de Kooning. One more. At 6 million too. Selling here to Emily's Telephone, Capura. It's now or never for $6,200,000. 6,500,000 with 400,000 with David. Guess we're staying in twos for now. At 6.4, 6.2. Would you like 6.4? Would you like 6.6? At 6,400,000. At 6,400,000. It is still here with you, David, against you, Emily, and Capura. At 6,400,000. 6,750,000. You're trying to be unsettled, David. You see, that's the plan. At 6,750,000. So next would be 7, if you wish. At 6,750,000 now with Emily. At 6,750,000. At 6,750,000 with you, Emily. Fair winning, David. Fair winning, Capura, and you, madam, for 6,750,000. 6,900,000. You got to help me, guys. At 6,900,000. It is with you, against you, Emily, at 6,900,000 now. At 6,900,000. With David. 7 million. Next is 7.2, David. Or more. At 7,200,000. Would you like 7.5, Emily? Ideally, at 7,200,000. For this beautiful de Kooning. At 7,200,000. It's still time. With David's Telephone against you, Capura. At 7,200,000. One more. At 7,200,000. You sure? At 7.2 then. Selling to you, David, for $7,200,000. Last chance, Capura, at 7.2. Sold to you, 7.2. Congratulations. 2015? 3215. 2315. Thank you, David. Lot 15. Beautiful early Rauschenberg spread. Rodeo Palace, shown here on the screen, 1975. The first work in the spread series, and installed in Norman Lear's living room, and included in the major 1976 retrospective. And we should start here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000, 9, at 1,900,000 now, at 1,900,000 for the Rauschenberg, at 1,900,000, 2 million with François de Porter, the head of all master paintings, at $2 million. It is here with you now at $2 million. At $2 million for the Rauschenberg, at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000 now, 2,500,000, at 2,500,000 for the Rauschenberg spread. It is with you for now, and I can sell it. Are you sure? At 2,500,000, it is still with you and going to François' Telephone, fair warning to the room, and to you online for $2,500,000. Are we all through? At 2,500,000. So to you, François, paddle 2316. On to lot 16. Lot 16, Star Pinball, 1962. Beautiful picture which has been in the same family for over 3 decades. And let's start here at 7,500,000, 8 million, at $8 million now. 8,500,000 with Margot Rosenberg from the Client Advisory Department at 8,500,000. At 8,500,000 on the first telephone. At 8,500,000, 9 million. At 9 million now. At 9 million. At 9,500,000. No, at 9,500,000 then. Back with you, Margot, at 9,500,000. Are we sure? At 9,500,000 and selling to Margot's Telephone for 9,500,000. Sold to you. 7021. On to lot 17. Ladies and gentlemen, this magnificent wall. Here we go again. And 4 versions of which are already in museums, and the only one which is fully painted with a day glow paint, and I guess that was the idea. You see it here on your right. It's been for 3 decades in the same collection and was selected by Castelli to be included in his inaugural Flowers exhibition in 1964. And we should start here at $15 million. At $15 million, $16 million, $17 million now. At $17 million. At $18 million with Alex Trotter here, the chairman of the department. At $18 million. At $18 million on the first telephone. At $18 million. At $18 million on the first telephone for the world. At $18 million, $19 million. At 19, $20 million. At $20 million, back with you, Alex. At $20 million. At $20 million for the monumental world flowers. With you, Alex. At $20 million. Against you here and here in the room. At $20 million for the world. Are we all through? And selling to Alex's telephone for $20 million. Fair warning to the phones. At $20 million. Last chance here. $20 million. Try 21. It should be 22. At $20 million with Alex Trotter. Selling otherwise for $20 million. At $20 million. Last chance on the $21 million in a new place for Giovanna. At $21 million. Would you like 22, Alex? At $21 million now. With Giovanna Bertazzoni at $21 million. At $21 million. It is with you, Giovanna. At 21 million. With you, Joe. Against you, Alex. At 21 million. With you, Giovanna. Next could be 22. At 21 million. With you, Joe. Against all the other telephones. For 22 million. Back with you, Alex. At 22 million. Against both of you now. At 22 million. Now you can try. 500,000 in a new place with Connor Jordan. At 22,500,000. With Connor Jordan, Deputy Chairman of the Department here in New York, at 22,500,000. At 22,500,000. 23 million. $500,000. $24 million. $500,000. $25 million. Yes, 500,000. $26 million. Yes, 500,000. $27 million. $500,000. $28 million. $500,000. $29 million. $500,000. $30 million. Try 31. Yes. 500,000. No, at 30,500,000. It is with you, Connor. At 30,500,000. And against you, Giovanna. At $30,500,000 and selling the world flowers to you, Connor, for $30,500,000. Congratulations, Connor. 2326. On to lot 18. Coming from the collection of Fritz and Lucy Jewett, this superb Monet, La Roche-Guibel, shown here on the screen, fantastic surface, beautiful colors, which has been in the same collection since 1979. And we should start here at $4 million, $4 million, $4 million, $4 million, $800,000, at $4 million, $800,000, $5 million, at $5 million now, at $5 million, at $5 million, $5 million, $500,000, whichever number that's only now, at $5 million, $500,000, at $5 million, at $5 million, $500,000, on the first telephone here, with you, Joe, at $5 million, $500,000. 6 million with John Simkoviak now, at 6 million, 500,000, at 6 million 5 now, at 6 million 5, at 6 million 500,000. 7 million in a new place with Isabella, head of the Russian art department here, at $7 million now, at 7 million 500,000, at 7 million 5, at 7 million 5. One more. At 7 million 5, Isabella. Joanna at 7 million 5. With Giovanna's telephone, I'm going to sell it at 7,500,000. Last chance. One more, Joanna. 8 million. Yes? Is that a bid, Joe? 8,500,000. At 8 million 5. Joanna? It's with Giovanna's telephone. At 8 million 5. It is still here. No, no more. And selling to Giovanna's telephone for $8,500,000. Going to you, Giovanna. Last chance, Isabella, at 8 million 5. Sold to you to pal 2317. Lot 19. Lot 19, Joan Mitchell scored 1987, alluding to her love for classical music, and presented here. And let's start here at 8,500,000. 9 million with Jana Flom right away, of course, at 9 million. At $9 million here. With the first telephone for the Mitchell at 9,500,000. At 9 million 5 now, 10 million right away back with you, John. 11 million with Sarah Friedlander now. At $11 million. At $11 million against you here, and you, Joanna. At $11 million now. At 11 million with you, Sarah. At $11 million ahead of you in the room for $11 million. One more. At 11 million, then it is selling to you, Sarah, for $11 million. Last chance in the room for the Mitchell. $11 million going away. Sold to pal 2320. On to lot 20, the Giacometti Famleoni, coming from a major private collection and named in honor of Peggy Guggenheim's homes in Venice. And for this beautiful early cast from 58, we should start here at $14 million, at $14 million, 15 million, 16 million now, at $17 million right away with Max Card, of course, at 17 million, at $17 million on the first telephone here, at $17 million. At 17, it is still with you for now, at $17 million with Max Carter's telephone, at 18 million, at 18 million now, 19 million, at 19. No, it's back here with Max, at $19 million. At 19 then, it is for you, and selling to Max's telephone for $19 million, are we sure? At 19 million, fair warning here, and selling at $19 million to Giacometti, to you, Max. 19 million. 1723. 7023. The Robert Ryman, lot 21. Very early work from the earliest and most treasured period of the artist, 1961. And let's start here at 8,500,000. At 8,500,000 now. At 9 million straight away with Alex Rotter now. At 9 million. At 9 million for the Ryman at $9 million now. At 9 million. At 9,500,000. At 9 million 5. 9,800,000 back with Alex at 9 million 8. at 9.8. No, back with you then at 9,800,000 and selling to Alex's Telephone for 9,800,000. Are we all through? At 9,000,008, it is going to you for 9.8. Sold 9.8. 7042. Lot 22. Lot 22, this major Rauschenberg hawk coming from the collection of Senator Herb Kohl. Very charitable sale, since the proceeds of sale will be benefiting early childhood education and other educational prospects. And this very rare combine, most of which are now in public institutions, was shown in the first 1960 exhibition at Leo Castelli. And in fact, the last one left in private hands from this exhibition. And we should start you at $5 million, at $5,500,000, at $5,500,000, at $5,500,000, at $5 million, $6 million, of course, at $6 million, $6,500,000, at $6,500,000 now, at $6 million. It's against you, at $6 million, at $7 million, with Alex Rotters, $7 million this year, ahead of you in the room, at $7 million, with Paddle 1000 at $7 million. But I'll take 7.5 if you wish, at $7 million. It is with an absentee bid. It's the same. Yep, 1,000 at $7 million. And selling to Alex's Telephone for $7 million. Are we sure? At $7 million. Do you want to try 7.2? At 7 then, going away to Alex's Telephone for $7 million. Sold $7 million. To Paddle 1000. On to lot 23, the early 1961 Jasper Johns, coming from the collection of Mary and John Papajohn, the first lot of their collection presented this evening. Beautiful sculpt metal and collage on canvas, very rare work. And let's start here at 3,200,000, 3,500,000, 3,800,000 now, at 3,800,000, at $3,800,000, at 3,800,000. At 3,800,000 now, at 3,000,008 for the Jasper Johns. 4 million in the first place here with Sarah Friedlander at $4 million now, at 4,200,000, 4,500,000, at 4,500,000, at 4,500,000. Back with you, Sarah, and I can sell it for 4,500,000 at 4,500,000. 4,800,000 in new place with Daphne Rioux. Welcome back, Daphne. At 4,800,000 now. At 4.8. Would you like 5? At 4,900,000. Would you like 5, Daphne? At 4,900,000. 5 million. At 5 million. With you, Daphne. With Daphne's Telephone, ahead of you in the room. At 5,500,000. Would you like 6, Daphne? At 5,500,000. It is here. It's very rare. 5,800,000. With Daphne's Telephone. Sarah, are we sure? It is with you then and selling for $5,800,000 to Daphne's Telephone at 5,800,000. Sold to you, Daphne. Paddle 2312. Lot 24. Lot 24, this beautiful Léger coming from a private New York collection, Vital Line, and formerly owned by Aux Enfants, 1922. And let's start you at $600,000 only, at $650,000, $700,000, at $700,000, at $700,050, of course, with you, sir, at $750,000 with the gentleman here in the room, at $750,000 for the Léger, against $800,000 and $50,000. At 900,000 and 50. No, at 950 then, with you here, at 950 for the Léger, at 950. $1 million here with the gentleman here, at 1,100,000. Would you like 1, 2? At 1,100,000. 1,200,000, 1,300,000. At 1,003,000. It is back with you here, at 1,350 perhaps, at 1,003,000, selling to you then, at 1,300,000 for the Léger, fair warning to the rest of the room, at 1,003,000, at 1,300,000 then, it is for you, Sold 1-3, and your paddle number is 148. Lot 25. Lot 25. This superb Picasso portrait of a woman, femme au chapeau assise, 1971, and which was famously exhibited at Picasso's posthumous exhibition at the Palais des Papes in 1973, and coming from a distinguished European collection. And let's start here at $12 million, at 12 million, 13 million, at $13 million now, at 14 million, at $14 million, 15 million with you, Alessandro, at $15 million here on the first telephone, at $15 million for the Picasso, at $15 million here with you, at 15 million, at $15 million with Alessandro Giotavelli's telephone, at 16 million now, at 16 million, at 16 now, 17 million, back with you, Ale, at 17 million, one more, at 17, it is still with you now, at 17 million, with Alessandro's telephone, at $17 million, are we sure? At 17 million, and selling to you, Alessandro, for $17 million. Are we all through? Last chance online, at $17 million, with you, Ale, last chance of the room, and selling the Picasso to you. Congratulations to Paddle 7025. On to lot 26, it's beautiful 1988 work, shown here, magnificent surface, Gerhard Richter, abstractes Bild. And let's start here at $7 million, $7,500,000, 8 million, at $8 million now, at $8 million, at $8 million now, at $8 million, at $8 million, at $8 million for the Richter, at $8 million. At 8,500,000. No, it's with Connor. At 8,500,000. With Connor, 9 million. At 9 million now. At 9 million. At 9,500,000. No, it is for you then for now at 9,500,000. With Connor's telephone. At 9,500,000 and selling. Against you, Sarah, Emily, and Alex, at 9,500,000. Fair winning for the Richter to the room at 9,500,000. Sold to you. 132. Thank you, Connor. Lot 27, the beautiful Stella, 1974. Testament to his legacy this evening. And let's start here at $4 million, at 4,200,000, at 4,200,000, at 4,200,000, at 4,200,000, 4,500,000. At 4,800,000 now, at 4,800,000, at 4,800,000, at 4,800,000 now, at 4,800,000. So ahead of you here at 4,800,000, at 4,000,000, 5 million, back with the gentleman here at 5 million in the room, at 5 million. What should we do? This with the gentleman in the room at $5 million and selling against everyone else and the phones included to the gentleman. For $5 million. It's still with you at $5 million. Last chance, Olivier, at $5 million for you then, and selling for $5 million against you, Laszlo, at $5 million. Sold $5 million to Paddle 446. On to lot 28. Lot 28, Crow Hill. It's early 1966. Joan Mitchell, shown here on the screen, which has been in the same collection for over 3 decades. And let's start here at $5 million, at 5,500,000 now, at 5,500,000, at 5,500,000 now, at 5,500,000, at 5,500,000. It's against you here at 5,500,000, at 5,500,000, at 5,500,000, at 5,500,000. It's against you in the aisle at 5,500,000, at 5,500,000. One more, at 5,500,000. Fair warning then, at 6 million. At 6 million now. At 6,500,000. At 6,500,000. No? At 6,500,000 then. Fair warning, at $6,500,000. Last chance on the telephones. At 6,500,000. And it's a pass at 6,500,000. On to lot 29 for this beautiful Van Gogh, shown here on your left. I was waiting for it. And for this major picture, which is one of the series of the butterfly paintings and the last one in private hands. Very influenced by Japanism at that time it was painted, and we should start here at $20 million, at $20 million, $22 million, at $22 million, at $22 million now, at $22 million now, at $22 million, at $24 million in the first place here with David Kleiberg Desvan, the head of department here in New York, at $24 million on the first telephone, at $24 million for the Van Gogh, at 24 million. At 26 million. At 26 million now. 28 million. 500,000 with Alex Rutter at 28,500,000 on the first telephone against you at 28,500,000. And against you, David, at 28,500,000. At 28,500,000. One more, David. It's against you here. I'm going to sell it to Alex's telephone for $28,500,000. Last chance, David, to you all in the room, and selling the Van Gogh here at Rockefeller Center to Alex's telephone. For you, Alex, 28.5.
Thank you, sir. 23.
23. On to lot 30. Lot 30, this Monet of Saint-Georges Majeur, shown here on the screen, 1908. This beautiful picture, last seen publicly in 1972. And we should start here at 8,500,000, 9 million, at $9 million now. 9,500,000 with Sarah Tamer, of course, from the Client Advisory Department at 9,500,000, at 9,500,000. It is here with you, Sarah, at 9,500,000 against you, Mila, at 9,500,000, 10 million, at 10 million, 11 million, at 11 million. Back with you, Sarah, at $11 million, at 11 million. It is with you, Sarah, at $11 million, at 11 million, and selling to you, Sarah, for $11 million. At $11 million against a few other phones for $11 million. At 11 million. Still with you, Sarah. Against you, Imo, Maria, Alice, and Keith. 11,500,000 in a new place with Keith Gill, head of department here in London. At 11,500,000 now. At 11,500,000. One more, Sarah, at 11,500,000. At 11,500,000. At 11,500,000. It is here with Keith's telephone at 11,500,000. Sarah, and we're through. At 11,500,000. With Keith's telephone, Sarah, it's now or never, selling to Keith's telephone. Give me a hint, yes or no, perhaps, at 11,500,000. No, it is for you then, and selling at $11,500,000, about 23.56. On to lot 31, the first Magritte of this evening's sale, Le Seducteur, shown on the screen, 1951, coming from the collection of Noel Thomas Patton. And we should start here at 4,500,000. At 4,800,000, of course, it had to be you, Olivier, at 4,800,000. With Olivier Camus' telephone at 4,800,000. At 4,800,000 of first telephone here. At 4,800,000 now. At 4,800,000, 5,200,000 already against you, but I'll take 5,500, Alex. At 5,200,000. Do you want to come back? At 5,200,000. Back with Olivier. At 5,200,000. Do you want 5,500,000? At 5,200,000. It is here with you at 5,300,000. At 5,300,000. Olivier? It's with Alex. What should we do? 5,400,000 with Maria Los now in a new place. At 5,400,000. 5-5. 5-6. 5-7. 5-8. 5-9. 6 million. Try 6-2, Alex. At 6 million. 6,100,000. At 6-1. 6,200,000. 6,300,000. At 6-3. 6,400,000. 6,500,000. 6,600,000. At 6,600,000 then, with you, Mahia, and selling at $6,600,000, going to Mahia's telephone at 6-6. For you, Mahia, paddle 2363. On to lot 32, Les Eaux Profondes, 1941, beautiful early work coming from the collection of Shirley Ann and Frank Wozencraft in Houston, great friends with the de Menil family, and which was included in all the major retrospectives. And we should start here at $2,500,000, $2,800,000, at $2,800,000, $3 million. Back with you, Olivier, at $3 million now. At $3 million with Olivier Camus' telephone at $3 million. At $3,200,000, $3,500,000, at $3,500,000, at $3,500,000. It's back with you, Olivier, at $3,500,000, at $3,500,000. With Olivier's telephone, $3,800,000 in a new place. With Connor Jordan now at $3,800,000, at $3,800,000. At $3,800,000, it is here. With you, Connor, at 3.8. No, at 3.8 then. For you, Connor, and selling at $3,800,000. Sold to you to paddle 2346. On to lot 33, the two of the wonderful Egon Schiele watercolors shown here on the screen and coming from the collection of the Viennese cabaret and film star Fritz Grunbaum, part of Restitution, 1911. And we should start here at $350,000, $380,000, $400,000, at $400,000 and 20 and 50 and 80, at $480,000 now already, at $480,000 now, at $480,000 now, at $500,000 here in the room, at $500,000, at $500,000 now, and 50, at $550 behind you, at $550 against both of you now. $600,000 ahead of you, Giovanna, with the gentleman here. Would you like $650? At $600,000, back with you up front, against you behind. At $600,000 against you, Giovanna and Jennifer. At $600,000, still with you. At $600,000 and 50 in a new place. With Giovanna, would you like 7? At $700,000 in a new place with Catherine Allenlau. At $700,000, would you like 750, Giovanna? 750 back here with you, sir. At $750,000. At $750 against the three of you. At $750, Catherine. $800,000. It's against you. And 50. At $850. It is for you for now, sir. At $850,000. $900,000. Welcome, sir. In the back in a new place. At $900,000 now. Would you like 950? At 925,000. Would you like 950? 950,000? No, at 950, still with you, sir, and selling for 950. Are we sure? 975, perhaps. Selling otherwise for $950,000. You sure? For you then, and selling for $950,000. We're out behind. At 950, it is for you, against the phones. At 950, for you, sir, 950, paddle 426. or for 2.8? On to lot 34. Lot 34 for the second Sheila, 1911. And we should start here at 550, 650, 750 now, at 750,000, 850, 900. At 900,000 now. At 900,000 and 50 with Stella Testament now at 950 against you here. At 950. At 950,000 for the Sheila. At 950. It's against you here for 950. Coming back at 950, selling otherwise to Sarah's Telephone at 950,000. At 950, fair warning to the room, and selling at 950 for you then at $950,000. 2361. On to lot 35, this beautiful Buly Figure coming from the Autodix collection, shown here on the screen. And for this superb example, let's start here at 950, 1 million, 100,000, 1,200,000, at 1,300,000, of course, with Alexis Magyar, the head of the African Art Department based in Paris. Welcome, Alexis, at 1,300,000 in the first place here, at 1,300,000. At 1,300,000, it is with you for now, at 1,300,000. At 1,300,000 now, at 1,400,000 in the room, at 1,400,000, 1,500,000 with Marielos, 1,600,000, and 50. 1,700,000. At 1,700,000 with the lady here in the room, in the aisle, on the aisle at 1,700,000. At 1,700,000 against all of the telephones here. At 1,700,000 with the lady here. At 1,700,000. Against you. At 1,700,000. 1,800,000. Would you like 1,900,000? At 1,800,000 now. At 1,800,000 with Alex Rotter in a new place. And 50. At 1,850,000 now. Would you like 1,900,000? At 1,850,000. $1,900,000 and 50. And 50. It should be 2 technically, you know. So 50, we try 50. Yes, 1,950,000. 2 million. You sure? At 2 million then. It is back with you, Alex. Thank you, madam. And selling to you for $2 million. Are we out? At $2 million. Against you, Mahia and Connor and you, madam, for $2 million. Going away then at 2 million for you, Alex. Panel 2337. On to lot 36, the Mrid Bronze, also from the Watson Craft collection, shown here, 1967. Les Grâces Naturelles, and we should start here at 450, 550, 600,000, and 50 with Jesse Fertig at 650,000, 700,000 now, and 50 at 750,000. Back with you, Jesse, at 750,000 now. Against you here in the room, 800,000 with you, madam, at 800,000 now, with the lady, at 800,000 with the lady, and 50. Yes, madam, we continue. 900,000, back with the lady in the room at 900. At 950,000. Would you like 1 million, madam? Yes, 1 million. Would you like 1,100,000, Jesse? At 1 million now. 1,100,000. Would you like 1,200,000? 1,200,000. Would you like 1,300,000? At 1,200,000 now. 1,300,000. 1,400,000. 1,500,000. 1,600,000. 1,700,000. Yes. 1,800,000. 1,900,000. Yes. 2 million. At 2 million. What should we do? You want to try 2,100,000? 2,100,000. Would you like 2,200,000, madam? 2,200,000. 2,300,000. 2,400,000. 2,500,000. 2,600,000. 2,700,000. 2,700,000, 2,800,000, 2,900,000, 3 million, at 3 million. It is here with you, madam, against you, Jesse, and selling to you, madam, for $3 million. With the lady then at 3 million and selling to you. Congratulations, madam, paddle 503. Yes, you can. On to lot 37 for the Calder. Beautiful style shown here on the screen, 1967. And let's start here at 1,456,78 at 1,800,000, at 1,800,000 now, at 1,800,000, at 1,800,000 now, at 1,900,000, at 1,900,000, 2 million, at $2 million, 2,200,000 with Nick Sinque, at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000. It is for you for now, and selling for 2,200,000. The Calder to next telephone against you in the room at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, and going away to 2,200,000. To next telephone at 2,200,000. 2322. Thank you, Nick. Lot 38. Magnificent Franz Klein from the Vital Line collection. 1959, one of only 2 mural-size examples which are featuring color. It's a very rare picture from 1959. And let's start you at $6 million. That's 6,500,000. At 7 million now. At 7,500,000. At 7,500,000 now. At 7,500,000. At 7,500,000. At 8 million. At $8 million now. At 8 million, 8,500,000. At 8,500,000. At 9 million. No, it's back with Max now. At 9 million. No, at 9 million then. It is for you for now. At $9 million, I'm going to sell it to Max Condo's telephone for $9 million. Then for you, for this historical Franz Klein. At $9 million, last chance. At 9 million, it is for you and selling 9 million. 2350. Thank you, Max. On to lot 39. Lot 39, the 96 Anders Martin. And let's start here at 2 million, 2 million 2, 2 million 4, at 2,600,000. Right away with Catherine Arnold at 2,600,000. At 2,600,000 for the Anders Martin at 2,600,000. It is here with you for now at 2,700,000. At 2,700,000. Back in the room with the gentleman. At 2,700,000. It is for you for now at 2,700,000. Catherine, are you still there? At 2,700,000. Selling otherwise to the gentleman. Give me a hint. At 2 million. One more. No, at 2,700,000 it is for you then, and selling at 2,700,000. Paddle 447. On to lot 40. Lot 40, a very early Diebenkorn from a major West Coast collection, 1968. One of the earliest of the Ocean Park paintings to come up. And for this beautiful example, let's start here at $4 million, at 4,200,000, 4,500,000, at 4,500,000, 5 million, at $5 million now, at 5 million, 5 of course, at 5,500,000. It's ahead of you online at 5,500,000, at 5,500,000. For the Diebenkorn, at 5,500,000. Fair warning here, at $5,500,000. Last chance for the Ocean Park at $5,500,000. Are we all through at 5,500? And it's a pass. On to lot 42 for the Boti Mappa. And let's start here at 1,345,000, at 1,500,000, 1,600,000. Right away with Alessandro at 1,600,000, 1,700,000. Welcome, Mariolina. At 1,800,000 with you. Yes, 1,800,000. At 1,800,000, 1,900,000. Would you like 2, Alessandro? At 1,900,000. With you, Mariolina, chairman of Christie's in Italy, at 1,900,000. Alessandro, one more, at 1,900,000. It is still with you and selling ahead of you in the room at 1,900,000 for the Mappa. Fair warning then at $1,900,000. Last chance, Sally, at $1,900,000. No more? At 1,900,000, and it is for you. Thank you, Mario. Lot 2352. Lot 43, the Philip Guston from the Vitaline Collection, 1978. And let's start here at 4,000,000, 4,200,000, 4,500,000, at 4,500,000 now, at 4,500,000, at 4,500,000, at 4,500,000 now, at 4,500,000 for the Guston, at 4,500,000. It's against you here at 4,500,000, at 4,500,000. Fair warning, everyone, at $4,500,000. It's against you, Emily, at 4,500,000, and against you, Christian, at 4,500,000. Are we all through? 4,800,000 with Tanbo here from the Shanghai office, here at 4,800,000. This year with you, against you, Joanna, at 4,800,000, 5 million, of course, at 5 million now, at 5 million. It's against you, Bo. Would you like 5,500,000? 5,500,000. No? At 5,500,000 then, with you, and selling to Bo's Telephone for $5,500,000. Last chance, everyone, for the Guston at 5,500,000. Sold 5,500,000 to pal 2314. Thank you, Bo. Lot 44, the early Ryman, 1961. And let's start you at 1,000,001, 1,000,002, at 1,200,000, at 1,002,000, at 1,200,000, 1,500,000 straight away with Catherine, at 1,500,000, with Catherine Arnold, at 1,500,000 now, at 1,500,000, with Catherine Arnold's telephone, ahead of you in the room, at 1,500,000. It is here, with you, at 1,500,000. At 1,500,000, with Catherine's telephone, yeah, take your time, at 1,500,000. Still with Catherine. You have a good eye on you, madam, so you're safe at 1,500,000. It is here, still with you, at 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. With Catherine's telephone. And against you, at 1,500,000. One more, perhaps? No, at 1,500,000 and selling to you, Catherine. 2373. Lot 45, the Signac La Cité. And let's start here at 3 million, at $3 million now, at 3,200,000 with Sian Chotko, at 3,200,000, 3,400,000, 3,600,000. No, at 3,600,000 with you, Sian, and selling at 3,600,000. Against you in the room, at 3,600,000 for the Signac. Last chance, everyone, at 3,600,000. At 3,600,000, it is for you, and selling last chance online at $3,600,000 for you, Sian. 3,600,000. 7040. Lot 46, coming from the Jewett Collection, L'Église de Vernon, for this early Monet. And let's start here at 1,100,000, 1,200,000, 1,300,000 now, at 1,300,000. At 1,300,000 for the 1,400,000 with the first telephone with you, Laura. Welcome. At 1,400,000. At 1,500,000 with Sarah, of course. At 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. 1,600,000. 1,700,000. At 1,700,000. 50. Would you like 1,800,000, Sarah? 1,800,000. At 1,50,000. At 1,850,000. One more. At 1,850,000. It is for you still, with you, Laura, and selling at $1,850,000 to pile 2362. The Henry Moore travertine sculpture, the animal form coming from the Papa John collection, And for this early unique example in 1969, let's start here at 550, 650, 700, 1,050, 800,000 right away with Nick Sinqui at 800,000 now. At 800,000, I can sell it for 800,000 against you in the room at 800,000. For the Henry Moore, and 50. Welcome back, madam. At 850,000, 900,000 up front somewhere here. Here, at 900,000. Would you like 950, madam? And 50. 1 million. Would you like 1? One more? Yes? 1,000,001. 1,000,002. Would you like 1,003 in a new place? At 1,003. With Mahia? Yes, with Mahia. At 1,003. Would you like 1,4, madam? At 1,300,000. 1,400,000 in a new place with Alessandro now. At 1,004,000. And 50. 1,005,000. Welcome back, madam. At 1,005,000. Try 1,600,000, either of you. At 1,005,000. And 50. Yes, 1,006,000. And 50. $1,007,000. And 50. No, at 1,750,000. With you, Mahia, and selling then for 1,750,000. Going to you, Mahia. Last chance, madam, no regrets. At 1,750,000 to you, paddle 2371. On to lot 48, the Liechtenstein 1967 for this very large-scale painting. And let's start here at 4,258,000, 5 million, at $5 million now. At 5 million, at 5 million for the large Liechtenstein. At $5 million, at $5 million for the Liechtenstein. It's ahead of you here in the room at $5 million. At 5 million. 5,500,000 with Mahielos now. At 5,500,000. On the first telephone here. At 5,500,000 with you, Mahia. Against you in the room. And I can sell it for 5,500,000. Last chance at 5,500,000. It's now or never. And selling otherwise. 5,800,000. And I don't hear these numbers. I can only hear 5,800,000. At 6 million. At 6 million now. At 6 million. Back with you, Mahia. At $6 million now. At 6 million, still with you, Mahia, and selling for $6 million. Johanna, last chance, and selling for $6 million for you then. For you, Mahia, paddle 2311. Until lot 49, the Archipenko, beautiful model conceived in 1915. And let's start here at $1 million, 1,001,000, 1,200,000, 1,300,000, at 1,400,000 with you, Utah. Welcome, Utah, from our Zurich office at 1,400,000. With you at 1,500,000. With the gentleman here, of course, welcome back at 1,500,000, 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000, 1,900,000, 2 million, yes, 2 million, 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, at 2,300,000, 2,400,000, 2,600,000, 2,700,000. No, at 2,700,000. Still with you, sir. At 2,700,000. Are we sure? At 2,700,000. With the gentleman here in the room, and selling for 2,700,000, 2,800,000, 2,800,000 in a new place. 2,900,000. 3 million, 3,100,000. Would you like 3,200,000 at 3,000,001? It is here, back in the room. at 3,100,000. Against both of you, 3,200,000, 3,300,000, 3,400,000, 3,500,000. At 3,500,000. One more, Maya. At 3,500,000, with the gentleman here in the room. At 3,500,000, 3,600,000, 3,700,000. At 3,800,000, 3,900,000. $4 million. Would you like 4.2? Can we try? Yes, 4,200,000. Next would be 4.5, Maya. At 4,200,000. Well, I can understand. At 4,200,000. It is still with you for now. At 4,200,000 for the Archipenko. At 4,200,000 then, it is with you, sir, and selling for $4,200,000. Fair warning to the rest of the room. At 4.2, congratulations, paddle 446, absolutely. On to lot 50. The Picasso Buste de Femme, 1960, shown here. And for this beautiful work, let's start here at 3,200,000, 3,500,000, at 3,500,000, 3,800,000 with Anna Maria Sellis. Welcome, Anna Maria. At 3,800,000 now. At 3,800,000, it is with you for now. At 3,800,000. At 3,800,000 for the Picasso. At 3,800,000. At 3,800,000, 4 million. 4,200,000. No, at 4,200,000. Back with you, Anna Maria, at 4,200,000. Ahead of you in the room, and I can sell it for 4,200,000 for the Picasso. Any advance to the rest of the room for 4,200,000. Selling to Anna Maria's telephone at 4,200,000. Sold to you, Anna Maria, paddle 7041. On to lot 51, the double Mona Lisa. And we should start here at $3 million now, at 3,000,000, 3,200,000, at 3,500,000, at 3,500,000 now, 3,800,000 with you, sir, in the room, at 3,800,000, at 3,800,000 with the gentleman here in the room, at 3,800,000, at 3,800,000, at 3,800,000. It is with you, sir, in the room, at 3,800,000, 4 million in a new place. Would you like 4.2? 4,100,000. At 4.1, at 4,000,001. At 4,100,000. It is here in the room. You know the line. You know the line. At 4,000,001. It is here with you and selling for 4,200,000. Would you like 4.3, sir? 4,300,000. At 4,000,003. It's against you, Sarah. At 4,000,003. Still with the gentleman, 4,400,000. Would you like 4.5? We sure? At 4,400,000 for the double Mona Lisa. At 4,500,000. 4,600,000. At 4,600,000. Mona Lisa by Wall, still time if you wish, at 4,600,000. It is still with you, and I'm selling it for 4,600,000. For you, Alex, at 4.6. 2,335. Thank you, Alex. Lot 53, the Jacob Lawrence billboards, 1952. In fact, the largest work from the Artist Important Performance Series, shown here. And let's start at 1,200,000, 1,300,000, 1,400,000, 1,500,000, at 1,500,000 now, at 1,500,000, At 1,600,000 with you, madam. At 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000. No, at 1,800,000 with the lady here in the room. At 1,800,000. At 1,800,000. It is here. At 1,800,000. Still with the lady. At 1,800,000 and selling to the lady. At 1,800,000. Again, several telephones. At 1,800,000. Still with you, madam, and selling for $1,800,000. Last chance at 1,800,000. It's now or never, Imo. I have to sell it at some point. At 1,800,000, say yes or no. 1,900,000. Would you like 2, madam? 2 million. Would you like 2, Imo? At 2 million. Back with you, madam, in the room. At 2 million. Still with you. At 2 million. 2,100,000. Would you like 2, madam? 2,200,000. It's at 2. Would you like 2, more? At 2,200,000. 2,200,000. It is still with you and selling for $2,200,000. At 2,300,000. 2,400,000. At 2,400,000, still with you, madam, and selling for you then at $2,400,000. Congratulations, paddle 624. On to lots 54. The Miror from the collection of Lois and Bruce Zenkel. Le Réveil de l'Étoile Amour, 1968. And let's start here at $1 million, at 1,100,000, 1,200,000, at 1,200,000, 1,300,000, of course, yes. 1,400,000 with Tan Bo, at 1,400,000 with Bo, and I can sell it for 1,400,000 with you, 1,500,000 in a new place, at 1,500,000 now. At 1,500,000 with you, Sarah, 1,600,000, do you want 1,600,000, Bo? At 1,500,000, it is with you, Sarah. One more, Bo. At 1,500,000, selling otherwise to Sarah's telephone, against you, Guillaume, at 1,500,000. Bo, it's still time, selling otherwise. At $1,500,000, Bo, yes? At 1,500,000. No, at 1,500,000 with Sarah's phone against you in the room and selling at 1,500,000. 2406. The de Kooning, lot 55, 1967. And let's start here at $2 million. At $2 million, 2,200,000. At 2,200,000. At 2,200,000. At 2,200,000 now. At 2,200,000. At 2,200,000, 2,400,000, 2,600,000. One more. At 2,600,000. At 2,600,000 now. It's against you here for 2,600,000. Fair warning then, against you here. At 2,600,000, last chance. At 2,600,000. It's still time. 2,700,000 in a new place with Utah. No, it's against you. At 2,700,000, yes, with you, Utah. At 2,700,000. Jesse, what should we do? At 2,700,000, it is for you then, and selling at $2,700,000 for you, Utah. 2313, lot 56. The at Reinhardt 1951 beautiful painting from the Papa John collection, shown here. And let's start here at 900,000 and 51 million and $1 million now. 1,100,000 right away with Cat Whiting here at 1,100,000 with you, Cat. At 1,100,000. It is here with you, Cat, at 1,100,000 and selling at 1,100,000 against you in the room and online at 1,100,000. It is for you then at 1,100,000. Sold 1,100,000. 1743. Thank you, Cat. On to lot 57 for the Noguchi, 1980 beautiful sculpture, and let's start here at 1,200,000, at 1,500,000 now. At 1,500,000 for the Noguchi, it's ahead of you online. At 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. At 1,500,000. Last chance in the room. At 1,500,000. At $1,500,000. At 1,500,000. It's against you, Joanna and Barrett. At 1,500,000. And it's a pass. On to lot 58. Sagamore for this 1955 de Kooning and one of his abstract urban landscape series. And let's start here at 1,000,000, 1,100,000, at 1,200,000 right away the South Friedlander. At 1,200,000. at 1,200,000, at 1,200,000, and I'm going to sell it to Sarah's telephone for 1,200,000. Fair warning here, at 1,200,000, last chance, at 1,300,000, at 1,300,000, it's at 1,300,000, it's with you, at 1,300,000, at 1,300,000 then, it is with you, and against you, Sarah, with the gentleman. Next bid is 1,400,000 and 50. Would you like 1,400,000, sir? Yes, 1,400,000. Would you like 1,450,000, Joanna? No, at 1,400,000 then. It is still with you, against you, Sarah and Joanna. Can I sell it, Sarah? Are you good? At 1,400,000, give me a nod. Sarah, at 1,400,000. Just yes or no. At 1,400,000. It is with you, Sarah. Yes or no? 1,400,000. It is for you then. And sold 1,400,000 to paddle number 320. 322. On to lot 59 for the Boti 1989 and 550, 600,000 now at 600,000 and 50 with Alice de Hockmoel, the head of private sales, at 650,000, 680,000 with Alessandro at 680, no, at 680,000 with you, Ali, and selling then for $680,000, are we sure? At 680 for you, Ali, at $680,000, fair warning to you online, at 680,000 to pal 2376. On to lot 60, the Monet painted in Oslo from 1895. And let's start here at 1,500,000, 1,600,000, 1,700,000, at 1,800,000 with Imogen Kerr, the co-head of sale, at 1,900,000, at 1,900,000 now, 2 million, at 2 million max, no, at 2 million, you sure, at 2 million then, it is with you, and selling the Monet to Emo's phone for $2 million, unless you want to come back, at $2 million with Emo. Next could be 2-1, selling otherwise to Emo's phone at $2 million, at $2 million for you, Emo, to paddle 7034. Lot 61, the 83 Kbot from the Jewett collection, 83, and for these beautiful lilacs, let's start you at 354, 450,000 now, at 450. Against you, Edmond, the beautiful Kbot, 500,000 right away with Bo, at 500,000 against all of you here, at 500,000. It's against you, Olivier. And Isa, at 500,000, are we sure? At no? At 500 then, it is selling to you for $500,000. Last chance, everyone, the Kbot for you, Bo. 2343. Onto lot 62. The Shidaga, lot 62 from 1962, and let's start here at 500,000 and 50, 600,000 and 50, at 650, 700,000 and 50, at 750 now, at 750, 800,000 in the first telephone with Jonas Simkoviak at 800,000 now, at 800,000 and 50 with Emily. Welcome back, Emily, at 850 now. 900 and 50 1 million 1 at 1,100,000. One more. It is with you, Emily. At 1,000,001. For the Shidaga, 1962, at 1,100,000. Would you like one more? At 1,000,001. Going away otherwise, Joanna? At 1,100,000 with Emily's telephone and selling at $1,100,000. Sold to you, Emily. 2360. Lot 63, the David Smith sculpture of 62. And let's start here at $1 million, at $1,100,000, $1,200,000. Right away, the Sarah Friedlander, and I can sell it for $1,200,000, the David Smith, to Sarah Friedlander's telephone against everyone in the room. At $1,200,000, it's ahead of you online and on the other telephones. For the David Smith, Margot, no. At $1,200,000, Sian and Jesse. At $1,200,000, going to Sarah's telephone, the David Smith, at $1,200,000. It is for you, panel 2401. I'll just have a word with the clerk. Please, will you give me half a second? Thank you very much. So we will be offering one lot after the last lot. We will be reopening lot 13, the Cornell box. So lot 64 is not quite the last lot, but you're almost there. For the Chagall, 1969, the Cirque Rouge shown on the screen. And let's start here at 1,600,000, 1,700,000, 1,800,000 now. 1,900,000 with Keith Gibb, the head of the London department here, at 1,900,000. At 1,900,000, it is with you. At 1,900,000, and ahead of you all online at 1,900,000. It is with you here, still with you, and selling for $1,900,000 to Keith's telephone, about 2374. Thank you, Keith. On to lot 13, which will close this evening's sale before we begin again tomorrow at 10 a.m. The Cornell, lot 13. And let's start here at 250, 300,000 now, at 300,000, and 20 with Emily Kaplan at 320,000. With Emily Kaplan for the Cornell box, and I can sell it, I am selling it, for $320,000. Fair warning to everyone else for the Cornell box at $320,000. Sold to you, Emily. To file 2408 for $320,000. Thank you. Thank you all. Bravo. And see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your participation. Thank you.